Good morning students. In the last lecture of the operating system, we were discussed about different access methods related with the file in the operating system. Now, in this lecture, we will start our next point, that is structures of directory in operating system. We know that a directory is a container that is used to contain folders and file. Directory is nothing but a one container. Let's take the example of your drawing container which contain your n number of graphic fields. Okay, like that in a operating system, directory is a one type of container. That container contains the folders and the files. It organizes files and folders into a hierarchical manner. In the operating system, the directory organizes or arranges the different files and folders into a tree structure, into a hierarchical manner. Okay, several user creates thousands and millions of files in a file system. So, to organize these files properly in the file system uses a directory structure. In short, a directory structure is used to organize the different files and folders in the operating system. Okay, the directory structures has the entries of all the files related to that directory. Okay. We can consider that the directory is a file that contains the information about the other files. Okay, here we will discuss some common schemes defining the directory structure, and we'll also discuss some common maintenance operations that can be performed on a directory structure. Okay, so let's start to explore a directory structure. First, we will see what is an exactly directory structure is. What is the directory structure of the operating system? Okay, a file system contains thousands and millions of files owned by several users. Okay, we know that in a operating system, file system contain n number of files and folders, okay, that are created by the users. The directory structure organizes these files by keeping entries of all of the related file. Then directory structure in the operating system is used to organize that particular files. Okay, the file entries have information like name, type, location, the mode in which the file can be accessed by users or the users in the system. The files which are stored in the operating system, that files having some information like each file having its own name, type, location and the mode. The two important features that must be taken care while maintaining a directory are given below. There are two features that are taking place while you are creating a directory. Okay. First is a user must have freedom of giving the desired name to a file. The file name is defined by individual users without taking into consideration that the same file names are used by other users on the system. Okay, and second feature is that a user must be able to share the files he creates, and he must also able to access the files which are created by the other users. Okay, the directory structures provides both the above discussed features. The directory structure in the operating system provides these two important features for organizing the file. Okay, first feature is related with the naming, file naming, and second feature is related with the file sharing. Okay, a directory always has information about the group of related files. Whenever a user or a process requests for a particular file, then the file system search for a file entry in the directory, and when the match is found, then it obtains the file location from there. Okay, whenever user wants to search or whenever user wants to request for a particular file, then the file system search for a file entry in a directory. First, that file is searched into a directory. Let us now study the directory structure with the help of this figure. Okay, the field file name contains the name of concerned file in the directory. Okay, then next is the type. The type field indicates the kind of the category of the file. Next, location info. Location info field indicates the location where the actual file is stored. Then next one is the protection info. The protection info field contains the information whether the file can be accessed by other user in the file system or not. Next one is the flag field. Okay, the flag field contains the kind of directory entry like value D in the flag field indicates that the file is a directory, and the value L indicates that the file is a link, or the value M indicates that the file is mounted the file system. This flag field contains the three types of record. First one is the D, which denotes the directory. Second value is the L, which denotes the link value, and M, next value is the M, which indicates the whether the file is mounted on the file system or not. And last is the my info. This field in the directory contains the miscellaneous information about the owner of the file. Okay, that means creator of the file, the time of its creation, then the time at which the file was modified last. This information is given from this field. These are the some fields or some information about the file. This is a directory structure. In this figure, this is a one type of directory. I already told that the directory structure is used to organize the different files in a file system. See, here is a root directory. D1 is a root directory. This structure arranges the different folders and different files in a hierarchical manner. Okay, next we will see what are the different types of directory structures present in a operating system. There are mainly three types of directory structure present in a operating system. First one is the single level directory structure. Next one is the two level directory structure, and next one is the tree directory structure. These are the three types of directory structures present in the operating system. Now we will see one by one in detail. First we will see single level directory structure. This is single level directory structure. Let's see what is a single level directory structure. Single level directory is simplest directory structure. Single level directory structure is very simplest and easy directory structure. In it, all files are contained in a same directory, which make it easy to support and understand. Here all the files are contained in a same one directory. A single level directory has a significant limitation. However, when the number of files are increases or when the system has more than one user, since all the files are in the same directory, they must have the unique name. Okay, in a single level directory structure, user must keep a unique name for each file. Okay, if two users call their dataset test, then the unique name rule violated. Okay, whenever multiple users are there, then that user must keep the unique name for their individual files. Because here in a single level directory, all the files are contained into a single directory, single one directory. So, if there are multiple files, then that file is having a unique name. So, let's take the example where whenever you are creating any folder, and in that folder whenever you are creating a different files, then at that time that three files must having, that three files must having a unique name. You can't give the same name for two files in that particular folder. Same way, in a single level directory structure, user must give a unique name for their files, because here all the files are recorded or contained into a single directory. This is a single directory. Here is a directory, and in that directory there are number of files are stored. In a D1 directory there is one file F1. In D2 directory there is one file F2. In this way, the single level directory is occurred in the operating system. These are the advantages and disadvantages of the single level directory. See the advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages? Since it is single directory, so its implementation is very easy. Next, if the files are smaller in size, searching become faster in a single level directory, and the operations like creation, searching, deletion, updating are very easy in a directory structure. But what is the drawback? There may be chance of name collision because two files can't have a same name. But searching will become time taking if a directory is large. If there is one directory and that directory contains number of files, then searching become slower in some condition. These are the drawbacks of this directory structure. Next one is the two-level directory structure. What is two-level directory structure? Here is an two-level directory structure. Okay, let's see what is a two-level directory structure. As we have seen, a single level directory often leads to confusion of file name among different users. Okay, so the solution to this problem is to create a separate directory for each user. In a single level directory, we know that there is one common directory. In that directory, we are saving a different files. But there is a name collision occurred. That problem is solved in a two-level directory. Here, a separate directory is created for two users. Okay, different users. So, each user loads or each user save their respective files into their different directories, because there are separate directories that are allocated for each user, and in that two different directories there may be possible that two files having a same name. Okay, in the two-level directory structure, each user has its own user file directory, that is UFD. Here in a two-level directory structure, each user having their own UFD, own file directory. The UFD has similar structures, but each lists only the files of a single user. And the system master file directory is searches whenever new user ID is login. Whenever any new user is added into the operating system, then their entry is saved in the master file directory. See, this is an two-level directory. Here, separate directories that are allocated for different users, and each directory save their different respective file. This is a two-level directory structure. In short, in a two-level directory structure, the user creates a directory directly inside a root directory. But once a user creates a such directory, further he cannot create any subdirectory inside a directory. Here in this figure, four users, here there are four users have created their respective separate directories, okay, inside the root directory, and that directory contains their respective files. This is a two-level directory. Here, two levels are present. In a single level directory, there is an only one level is present. One level directory is present. But here, there are two different directory levels are present. So, it is called as two-level directory. Okay. Next type is the tree structure directory. Here in a tree directory structure, except root directory, every directory or file has only one parent directory. It is an root directory. Okay. And here subdirectories are created. In that subdirectories, again a directory may present or file may present. In this way, in a tree structure, directory is arranged. This is a tree structure directory. Here, the directories and files are organized in a tree structure. So, it is called as tree structure directory. In a two-level directory, we know that in a main directory, here in a two-level directory structure, each user having its own directory structure, and in that directory we are saving a number of files. But in a tree structure directory or in a tree structure, there is an root directory. In that root directory, there are subdirectories are present, and in that subdirectory, a user can create another subdirectory or user can directly save a file. But this is not possible in the case of two-level directory. So here is a tree structure directory is created. And a tree structure is the most common directory structure followed by the operating system, which having a root directory and every file in the system having a unique path. Consider your Windows operating system example. Whenever you are save any file in a folder, suppose you are saving any Java program, then there is one common path is followed. That means in a C drive there are program files. In a program files there is a Java folder. In an Java folder there is an JDK 1.7 folder. In that there is a bin. So there is one common path is followed for the particular file. So in short, in a tree structure directory, there is an path exists. There is one unique path exists for a directory or for a file. These are the some advantages and disadvantages of the tree structure directory, what are the advantages? Tree structure is very generalized since full path name can be given here. For every directory or for every file, a full path is given. Next, very important advantage is that it is very scalable. That means if the number of files are increased in the operating system, then there is an probability of name collision is very less and it is mostly large scalable. But what is the drawback? Every file does not fit into a hierarchical model. That means files may be saved in multiple directories. This is the main drawback of this system, but this tree structure directory is the common directory structure which is followed by the many operating systems. Okay, in today's lecture we were seeing the structure of directory in a operating system, that is how the directory is formed into the operating system. What is the directory? Directory is nothing but one container which is used to store the files and folders. Okay. After that, we were seeing the different parameters related with the file name, type, location, protection info, flags and malicious information. Then we were seeing one sample directory structure where there is a root directory. Under that root directory there are subdirectories or the files that are present in the operating system. After that we were seeing the different types of directory structures followed by the operating system. There are mainly three types of directory structure. First one is the single level directory in which only one level is followed. Next, two level directory in which two levels are present. There is one root directory. Under that here a root directory which contains the number of users, and for each user separate directory is assigned in the two level directory. And after that the tree structure. Here in a tree structure the directories and folders are organized in a fashion of tree. Here the number of directories and files that are organized in a tree fashion. There is one main root directory. Under that there are subdirectories or the files that are present. Okay, thank you.